I am here with Patchy Mix, Bellator MMA interim bantamweight champion, fighting for the undisputed unified title this Friday, Bellator 301 at the Wintrust Arena in Chicago. First of all, Patchy, how is everything feeling? How's fight camp been as we head into fight week?
It's one of my best camps, probably my healthiest camp, to be honest with you. I'm not really banged up going into this fight. I'm totally healthy. I'm ready to go, ready to rock on Friday night, ready to go claim that world title. Weight's on point. Team's here. We've been here in Chicago since Sunday. So, ready just to go do the job.
Exactly what we want to hear. Before we get to that, first of all, congratulations on the Grand Prix win. That's got to be extremely satisfying career highlight. And I know you've got your attention now focused on Sergio Pettis, but were you able, back in April and the months that followed, to kind of revel in it a little, to take it all in and enjoy the moment?
Yeah, man. I've had a long time since I fought last. It was April and it was only a minute. So, um, you know, I've been just sitting here making some moves, business wise, family wise, trying to enjoy it. Also training. Me and Tatiana have been training. She had a fight in August. She beat a former UFC champion in Jessica Andrade, and I was part of her camp for that. So, it was cool, and just living life every day. So now it's good to see, to get back. I want to fight again, and I'm itching for that feeling. I want to feel that how it feels to win.
Well, you're going to get the chance very soon, but you mentioned the business decisions. I don't want to pry too much, but when you win the Grand Prix and the kind of money that comes with it, how life-changing is that for you?
It's extremely life changing. It's life changing for my family as well. Just because we don't come from much, and you know, um, it's obviously win the Grand Prix, and obviously I just re-signed a new contract with Bellator prior to this fight, so I'm really set off, and I'm looking forward to fighting on Friday, and potentially winning this title, and reigning this division. That's my goal.
Well, like you said, you're itching to get back in there. Were you surprised at all when Sergio wound up booked against Patricio Pitbull back in June? And I just think of, it all seems to have worked out, but had he got hurt in that fight, you could have been waiting a while.
I think it worked out. I mean, he did get a little banged up in the fight because it's been like that fight happened in June, so this fight's like 5 months later. So I did have to wait. I've had to wait like 8 months anyway. I mean, 7 months anyways. So I'm glad he didn't get too hurt, but I'm glad that they fought. I think that they needed to fight Patricio Pitbull, even though I had won $1 million. I mean, he's reigned the divisions. He's the 45-pound champion. He won the 55-pound belt. So if anyone's gonna jump the line, it could be him. In front of me. I'm glad that he did. He got his opportunity to fight Pettis, and he came up short. And Pettis proved, he's entering his prime right now. And I think it only amplifies myself and Pettis' fight. It makes it even bigger.
Well, it's definitely a big one, and I want to get to that now. I mean, first of all, Pettis pulled out of the Grand Prix very early on, so we knew that an interim belt was going to be on the line, throughout the tournament. But when you look at this fight now, are you looking at it as this is the real Grand Prix finale, or are you looking at it as this is the cherry on top? Kind of how do you view it?
Hell no, it's not the new Grand Prix finale because like I went through those 8 people. He didn't. He'd have to go through multiple fights at multiple championship fights to get to the final. So I've won 3 fights since he pulled out, and he won one. So I think like I can't say it's that, but this is a high level fight, and this is a new fight. It's not a tournament style fight, just me versus him, and you know uh, let's say just because I beat him doesn't mean I have a win over Patricio Pitbull. You know what I mean? It just doesn't work like that. I would just have a win over him. If that makes sense. So I think like doesn't have anything to do with it, and I think it's just like a cherry on the top, like you said.
Well, it's going to be a fantastic fight, no doubt. I'm curious, you know, the patchy mix of a few years ago compared to the patchy mix now. How much have you grown? How much have you developed as a fighter, even since the Archuleta fight, that first title fight that you have? had. How much difference do you see in yourself today?
I mean, just look at my fights and like the people that really watch me. Just look. I mean, there's a reason why people say I'm completely different fighter because I'm completely differently dedicated. Like I used to just do MMA because I was fucking good at it, and like I was like not doing the right stuff. Like I was a 26-year-old kid with you know a bunch of money in my bank account and like good at something, but like didn't know if I wanted to what I wanted to do in life. Like, I was always like I was drinking a lot with my friends, going out with my friends, always in like bars and stuff for a couple of years in my 20s, from like maybe like 25, 26, right when I had fought for that title and right before that, like when I had got signed to Bellator. So I think like getting away from that, I just had to grow up a little, mature a little, and now they see me fully dedicated. Like I've been fully dedicated, completely all in on MMA, only for like 3 fights, and that was once they put me in the $1 million tournament. Like before that, I would miss weight against James Head Gallagher. I was having a lot of stress outside in my life, my just my day to day life. A lot of mental health as a man, like I should, that I needed to get in under control, and I did. And once I did, you see, like I'm always in the gym now. I'm consistently training now. I'm fully dedicated now. Tatiana has like really helped me with a good balance of like helping me with training and like balancing our home life and stuff. And I'm just a completely different fighter. I'm completely grown now, and I'm mature. So when I claim this belt, I will look completely different than I did the first title shot I had against Archuleta.
Because of the success you had early on, it's wild for me to hear you say that you weren't fully in until really the tournament. Was there a turning point? Was there something that happened there, the light bulb kind of went on
Yeah.
and you said, I gotta focus?
Well, I feel like it wasn't always like this. Like when I got into the show, I had won against Ricky Bandejas, and then I kind of steered off after that. I kind of tasted money. I dealt with some hardships in my life, and I, I started drinking, going out more, doing things that were a little bit more self-destructive as a young man. So I feel when I missed weight against Gallagher, I didn't really train for the fight. I went to Ireland alone without any coaches. I just went by myself because I'm a nut. You know what I mean? I'm crazy like that. And I made weight. I mean, I missed weight, pardon. And I went to fight him. I ended up winning the fight. And like the kid was just so god awful. And it's like, it just made me feel like the fight was closer than it needed to be. I was so dog tired in the fight. It was just my worst performance. Like I ended up winning, but it was just like you could see it in my eyes. Like you could see like the way I look. Like I don't even look like the same person. And I really was really not happy outside of the cage. So I think I took that money because I needed it. I needed the money. I needed to get paid. I needed to work. And after that I came home from Ireland. And I had to do some real like self analyzing of myself, and I had to make a lot of changes. I had to make a lot of changes in my personal life. I had to make a lot of changes, um, just like with the people I surround myself with and things that I do. And I did. I made that change, and I ended up finding a beautiful girl in Tatiana, and she's helped me out tremendously. Helped me change my life um, outside of MMA as well, along with my family always being there and supporting me. So when I got that shot at the $1 million, I got to fight all these. I got to go against Kyoji Horiguchi. It just changed my life, and ever since then, I never looked back. And I'm not going to look back. This is going to be a legendary run I'm on, and beat 3 former world champions, Kyoji Horiguchi, Magomedov, Rufian Stotts, and now I'm coming for 4. Sergio Pettis Friday, and all those trials and all those tribulations got me to this point in my life right now with this opportunity, and I'm more prepared than ever now.
Well, it's good to hear that you found the balance both in the personal life and in the fight life. When we talk about the challenge of Sergio Pettis, obviously another big name, like you said, another champion. What are you expecting to see in this fight? How do you see this playing out come Friday?
I just am not expecting it. I don't expect like to envision seeing anything. I just expect reacting to trusting my reactions and just going out there and I'm ready for a war. I'm ready for 25 minutes, violent minutes of nonstop action. I'm in shape for it. I'm prepared for it. So that's what I'm expecting the worst. I'm expecting a war. But I want to see if he can handle my skills. I want to see if he can handle me on the floor, my pressure, my presence. I'm just excited to compete against him. So all I can promise is that I'm gonna go out there and put on an exciting fight for everyone. One of the last, maybe if it is the last Bellator show, I'm blowing the roof off. I'm blowing the roof off this bitch. It's they say it's a windy city, and I'm here to blow his ass over. So, you know what I mean. That's my goal for this weekend.
Love the quote. You kind of touched on something there that I've been talking to a lot of fighters about, and I try to tread lightly on this because essentially we're asking, are you going to have a job? And I'm sure you'll land on your feet. You're a talented guy. You could fight anywhere you want, and there's the promotion side of it too. But have you been able to kind of tune that out, the kind of negativity and the talk of the sale, as you've prepared for this fight?
There ain't no negative talk when it comes to me, man. Like fuck, dude. I'm the best bantamweight in the world, so it doesn't matter. Like if they sell, fuck, whoever they sell it to is gonna want me. If they don't, if they don't sell it, it goes under. I'm the biggest free agent in all of MMA, so it doesn't matter right now. You know what I mean? All I really have to do is my job on Friday and win this fight. 19-1, 15 finishes, Patchy, no love mix, the best in the world. Let's go, let's get it.
Good stuff. And you touched on something else there that I was going to ask actually, and that is, you know, Sean O'Malley is the UFC bantamweight champion. You and Sergio are fighting for the Bellator title. PFL doesn't have a bantamweight division, so we'll leave them out of this for now. But do you feel this is not just the Bellator title fight, but the best in the world bantamweight title fight? And I think I know the answer to this one.
Yeah, man, it's just a different title fight, in order for it to be the best in the world title fight, it'd have to be me or whoever wins this fight versus him. You know what I mean? So it can't be that. It's just a different title fight, and it's my title fight. More importantly, that's what it is.
Fair enough. Well, Patchy, I want to thank you very much for the time today. Really appreciate it. Best of luck in the fight this Friday, Bellator 301. I hope to see the promotion continue. Hope to see lots more from you.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate you. I'll see
See
you.
you.